Well, the time of year is here again to throw a party for a few close friends. Now I'm just tying up a few loose ends, and then we should be good to go. You know, I made a list and checked it twice, because forgetting people isn't nice. But I don't really want to roll the dice, so I'll recheck it nice and slow. Cinderella, check. Belle, check. Snow White, check. Seven Dwarfs, check. Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready to have some fun in the shiny December sun? 'Cause that's what we're gonna
Hello and welcome to Minxmas 2017. I have got some amazing Disney goodness coming your way in this season of goodwill. Enjoy!
Hey Disney Dream Girls, Michelle and Jane, this is Curtis Stone from the Geekin on WDW podcast. Thanks so much for letting us get in on your special Christmas episode. And I am fortunate to be here with my daughter, Lindsay. She's my sweetest, my cutest, and geekiest daughter in Disney fandom. But I also have a good friend of ours, Holly Burkcase, is here too, and we were getting ready to record one of our shows, but we thought we'd tell you some of our Christmas times down at Disney World and maybe some tips. And also, I think Holly's going down there tomorrow. Lindsay, I know we went to Disney World back when you were just a little kid. Do you remember, what was your fondest memory of going to Disney World at Christmas time?
Well, you're telling me that it had to be around 2003.
Yeah. Are you remembering any of it?
Yeah, well, I don't have great memories of the parks when I was that little. I just remember the attractions. I don't remember exact moments in time. But I do remember we stayed at the Polynesian. I think it was Christmas morning, I think. You woke us up, and there were 3 presents. One for me, one for my 2 brothers. You guys picked up the Pal Mickeys for us that Christmas.
Yeah, we've set up a little Christmas tree too.
Yeah, the little Christmas tree, the little fiber optic Christmas tree.
Very small.
Yes. We had our Pal Mickeys waiting for us when we woke up. For anyone who doesn't know what a Pal Mickey is, it's like an interactive toy that had GPS implanted into him.
Yeah.
So he would actually interact with the park.
Yeah.
While you were in the park and tell you fun facts about what you were near.
Right.
And it's just a really cool technology, and it came in a Mickey plush.
Right. I'm wondering what ever happened to that Mickey.
I think they got stowed away.
Yeah.
But I remember I loved those things. They were so cool. He came in a lanyard, so you'd wear him around your neck.
That's right. Yeah.
And me and my 2 brothers would bring him into the parks with us. You could squish his hand or his belly, and he would talk to you about where you were. And it's being the geek that I was, and I am still. It was so cool to hear about where we were in the park and have Mickey interact with you on such a personal level, which you really didn't have back in those. In 2003.
Yeah, this was before cell phones and all that.
This is before
right?
any kind of interaction really became so common in the park, like that, especially with technology.
I remember being really worried. That was the first time we were ever away at Christmas time. We live in Connecticut, so it's nice to go down in Christmas time and get away from the snow. But Christmas time is real nice. I'm not sick of winter yet here in Connecticut by that time, but I was really worried, and I think you guys were worried whether Santa Claus was going to come or not.
Yeah, well, he came a little bit later for us, or he came early for us at home, if I remember correctly, and then we went to Disney, and he also visited us in Disney.
Well, the good thing, my mom and dad put on a big...
Believe me, I would have remembered if we didn't.
Yeah, we told them Santa Claus, don't worry, Santa Claus will be there when we get there. He'll leave the toys for us, and we'll still have the Christmas back at home.
Yeah.
And, well, of course you get the Christmas decorations and all that. We were saying before that Christmas Day was sort of like, just another day at Disney World.
Yeah, well, because every day's a celebration when you're in Disney World.
Because they celebrate Christmas and they get all decorations up. It was, at that time, it was right after Thanksgiving. They would start, now they start earlier to get all the decorations
like they take down
ready.
Halloween and they put up Christmas.
Exactly.
No.
And Holly, you have any memories of Christmas in Disney World?
Yes, actually, in 1994, I was down there with my family and was on Main Street Christmas morning in front of the bakery watching the parade. Back when it was still the bakery, not the Starbucks. And that was such a cool thing because at that time they were still filming the parade live. So, in your mind, I'd been watching the parade growing up and, you don't realize that when they cut to commercial break, the parade stops. And so we were sitting on the curb, and the tin soldiers just stopped in front of us.
Oh, they're great.
And we were
too.
like,
yeah.
wow. And then they had to keep marching because they were like, we're going to come back at any second. So that was kind of loud. But I'm actually going to be taking my mom to see the Candlelight Processional at Epcot for the first time ever tomorrow. So I'm really excited for that because I know she's going to love it.
Nice. And you're going to do dinner too, right, with the dinner package?
Yes, and that would probably be one of my biggest tips is I think the dining package, while a little bit on the pricey side if you're going out of pocket, I think it's worth it for the fact that it saves you time in not having to stand in line, especially if you want to go for a more popular narrator. So we're going to be seeing Whoopi Goldberg, and I know she tends to be one of the more popular narrators, and sometimes people will wait hours in the standby line and not even get a seat.
Yeah, great.
Whereas
tip.
with the dining package, you're guaranteed a seat. It may not be the best seat, but you're still guaranteed a seat.
Yeah, that's great. Great tip. And where are you eating for your dining package?
We're going to be eating at Chef de France, which is a first for both of us as well. So
Super. And thinking back to our trip, Lindsay, the big memory I had too was we also stayed for New Year's Eve, which was, I still remember that. Now that was a big deal.
I remember that too.
That was a big deal. And of course, staying at the Polynesian, which has become a love of ours throughout the years. And that was the first time we ever did a deluxe resort. But the shindig they put on at Epcot is where we went to.
Oh my gosh.
With the dance parties and the bands and just loads of people.
And it was like as every New Year went for that country.
Yeah,
they have a
right.
big party in that country.
That's right. As it actually turned New Year's in that country, right? The lights went on for that. That was cool. And yeah, that was my big memory of that trip. So that's a great time to go when the kids are all off of school and that kind of thing. It is crowded though, so use all of those tips that you want to use when there's big crowds and book it real early because it's a very popular time to go at Christmas time. Well, thanks so much, Michelle and Jane, for having us. Love you guys. I hope you have a great and fantastic Christmas and hope to see you real soon.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.